Hey, welcome to Movie Timelines. I'm your host, Josh Spiegel, and we got something a little different today. We're going to be doing a little something.
Um, what, Mikey? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if anyone told you, Josh. We're going with something a little different. We feel like we've seen you before, and you're getting a little old, so we're gonna go a different direction. The producers kind of want to change it up.
Little old? I'm only 63. What producer? I'm the producer of Movie Timelines.
So you didn't get the memo, I guess. I don't.
Well, no, I didn't get the memo. I'm the one that sends the memos. I'm like the only employee. So no, I didn't get the memo. This isn't the Bond franchise. We don't just switch the actors to shake things up.
But that's what we're doing. We're doing the Bond franchise. It's exactly what we do. This is what we do.
We did the Bond franchise last week. This is Chucky week, damn it.
It's my bad, man. I guess I'll go.
Thank you. See you Friday. Anyway, it's a Child's Play update. Where did we leave off?
When we last left our favorite killer doll, here's how the timeline was looking. The first movie was confirmed several times to take place in '88, and the second film took place 2 years later in 1990. They gave an 8-year gap between that and Part 3, setting that in '98, and Bride of Chucky gives several points of evidence for '98 as well, so that happens right afterwards. Seed is claimed to be 6 years after that, so it's in 2004, and Curse of Chucky says that it's 25 years after the first movie, placing it in 2013.
All right, so let's move on. Too old. I oughta.
When we catch up with Chucky in Cult of Chucky from 2017, we see Andy again, who we last saw in a credit scene from Curse of Chucky, and he recaps his story, saying he was 6 in the original film, and he still has the doll head that he shot, and he keeps it to torture. The credits give us some dates reporting on the events of Curse, and this clipping is from Tuesday, January 8th, which is what it was in 2013, which is the date that we had pegged for that film, and this police report that has Nika's date of birth as 1987, although it says that she's 28, so this report was from 2015, 2 years later. But this police report is also wrong, because it shows her date of birth as being 1987, yet Curse of Chucky showed that she was actually still in her mother's belly the night that Charles died, and that is confirmed as 1988, so this is just a clerical error. There's a psychiatric evaluation from November of 2013 though, and Chuck's real-life daughter is still in an asylum, and her doctor says it's 4 years later, so it's 2017 now, and Nika has taken the fall for the murders. Her doc brings along a good guy doll for therapy's sake.
Is that ever a good idea?
We meet an assortment of the other patients there, and Tiffany shows up, still in Jennifer Tilly's body, apparently. She claims little Alice from the last film is now dead, and brings a second doll. He immediately starts killing, and video of Andy in November of 2013 shows him trying to prove Chucky's existence to no avail, and his Chucky head is still here. So, either Andy's crazy, or there's 2 Chuckies now. When more killings happen, there's internet stories dating us in January of 2017 specifically, and with a new chant,
Ade Boku Dembella.
We find out that Chucky can put his soul into multiple dolls. And Andy goes to the institution, just as a short-haired version shows up that Andy had sent there. All hell breaks loose with buried Chucky and burnt hand Chucky, and they enlist the short-haired guy, and he also takes over Nika, allowing her to walk, although I'm not sure how that works. I mean, his soul is just in her body. Why does that fix her legs? Andy faces the short-haired version, removing a gun from his belly that he placed there ahead of time, which it seems like a really overcomplicated way to make that happen. Nika traps Andy, then hooks up with Tiffany, who has a doll duplicate as well, and we end on a cliffhanger. A post-credit scene shows us the Chucky head and the return of Kyle. So then in 2019 came the inevitable Child's Play remake, which introduces us to Buddy, who's not a good guy, and can connect to your home through the internet, like Alexa or something.
Alexa, shut up. I'm not talking to you. Jesus.
But look at this. Come on. Who would buy this for their kid? Let's take a look at the good guy doll in its normal position. Looks like a doll. Look at Buddy. Seriously.
Show a picture of this thing to any kid, anywhere, and ask them if they would buy this demon from hell.
Meanwhile, at the sweatshop where they make the toys, a disgruntled employee removes these safety protocols. That's it. That's all he does. No voodoo at all. The difference between a regular doll and one that comes alive and kills people is apparently a handful of safety protocols, because that's how programming works. We then meet April Ludgate and super discount Jack Black and our new Andy, who's not 6, he's 13. When one of the dolls gets returned because its eyes keep turning red because, safety protocols control eye color, Kazlan Industries has one of the functions be to turn the eyes red, but I guess it only happens if the doll turns evil, which is controlled by safety protocols. Karen gives the doll to Andy because 13-year-old boys just love dolls, right? And it names itself Chucky. And it operates like a fully functioning robot AI that walks and learns, like, how much would this thing have cost? Anyway, Chucky's voice is now the Joker, and after watching Texas Chainsaw 2, he goes over the edge and starts attacking people like this guy who takes down Christmas lights without unplugging them for some reason, and his gym membership tells us that we're set in 2018. So, after knowing that Chucky kills, Andy doesn't just, turn him off. I'm assuming the doll has an off switch, right? If not, he has to have batteries, right? Or need to be charged. He just has unlimited power, apparently, somehow. But no, instead, they actually have to tear the entire power core out of his chest. And 3 kids have to hold him down. Now, to be clear, all of these dolls are made with the approximate strength of a human being. The only thing holding them back
is safety protocols.
Then this kid's phone says that it's Wednesday, October 3rd, which lines up with 2018. But if it's October, then why was Shane taking down the Christmas lights? That means that they had them up all year. And if so, why bother taking them down in early October, knowing that they'll need to put them up again in a few weeks?
And before anyone comments that he was just adjusting them or something, the character says, why not just leave them up? So his intention was to take them down.
Soon, Chucky can just hack into various other Kazlan products no matter where they are, I guess even if they have their own password. Even though I can't get all the things in my own house to connect to each other, and also manages to disengage a seatbelt even though it doesn't look digital. Look at this. It's just a normal seatbelt. Then, at a product launch for the Buddy 2, he starts killing by tapping into every toy, because I guess he can. Like, these things were never even turned on or set up, and yet he can access all of them. I know that he doesn't have safety protocols, but I assume that every other toy here does. Don't they have to be activated and set up on a local network? I mean, every time I buy something wireless, it's a huge production to get it on my network. But he can just, I guess, get in there somehow. Oh, and some are drones with razor blades attached, and as someone that has a little drone like this, trust me, if I attached blades to it and those blades even touched something, the drone would collapse to the ground inactive, because drones are kind of crap. There's a final fight, and Andy stabs him, the cop shoots him, and Karen tears his head off, and the kids smash it and burn it. But another doll lights up, so I guess he survives. Although a sequel to the remake seems a little bit lost in limbo, the original storyline continues very shortly here with Chucky, the TV show. Very much looking forward to this, as it seems to continue on from Cult of Chucky with the return of most of the characters. We have not yet seen Nika in the trailers, but I assume she will be there. Chucky's back, Tiffany's back, supposedly even Glenn is going to come back. So We'll take a look to see how this turns out. It appears as if the storyline ties to Charles Lee Ray's backstory. I think this is going to be pretty interesting. I'm looking way more forward to this than more of Buddy.
So there you have it. It's 2 movies, one connected to the main franchise and one not. And of course, as usual, Don Mancini does maintain his continuity pretty well. Cult lines up fairly well in terms of continuity with everything else that came before it. That's the one benefit of having one person, one writer kind of connected to your entire mythology to keep things straight. I'm very, very enthusiastic about seeing the TV show. I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. I hope it's good. I hope it's very enjoyable. In terms of enjoying things, the remake is not one that I enjoy, but do I enjoy it less than all of the other ones in the series? I guess we'll find out this Friday on the dead last Child's Play. Hope you'll tune in for that. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you thought of this one in terms of the timing and everything. And keep me posted on that. Like the video, hit that little subscribe button, hit that little bell, all that stuff. The more you hit that like button, the more people can see this video. I want to thank my patrons for helping to support the channel, which you can do as well too by going to patreon.com/movietimelines. I'd appreciate that. But in the meantime, you can just keep on watching these videos. I certainly appreciate that also. And I'll see you very soon for another great one. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.